Hello, 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 Curios. Oh, we lost Oreo Jr.
Oh, no.
Anyway, yeah, it happens. Has anyone ever wondered what would have happened if you opened the door when your parents left you home alone? You ever wondered that, Scott? Have you guys ever wondered that?
Oh, no.
Well, today on the Curious Storyteller, where we take stories from yesterday, we cosplay some of the characters, and then we try to reach out and help those characters within that story. We are going to read a story that's going to explore just that topic. What happens when you let the stranger in the house?
Oh, never do that.
You shouldn't. We already lost Oreo Jr. We're going to put him in a safe place here and hope he doesn't open the door. And let's get started with our story. Today's story is from the Grimm's Tales for young and old, and it is the tale of the wolf and the seven kids.
All right.
Once there was a goat who had seven young kids. She got a lot of kids there. Girl, he was
A
really
goat.
a goat.
Wow.
Yes.
All right.
Mhm.
Takes on a whole new meaning.
Mhm. And she loved them as a mother loves her children. One day, she thought she'd go to the forest for food. So she gathered all seven around her and said, "Don't open this damn door for nobody." I'm kidding. That's not what she said. She said, "Dear children, I'm going to the forest. Watch out for the wolf, for if he gets in, he'll gobble you all up, bones and all. The scoundrel often disguises himself, but you'll recognize him by his gruff voice and his black feet because they dirty." The kid said, "Dear mother, we'll be so careful. You needn't worry about us." The mother bleated and started off with an easy mind. Okay, girl. It wasn't long before someone knocked at the door and called out, "Open up, dear children. Your mother is here. And she's brought something for each of you." But the kids recognized the wolf by his gruff voice. Oh, let me redo that. Let me redo that. Let me do it in his voice because I am the wolf today. Can you tell?
I can tell.
"Open up, dear children. Your mother is here, and she brought something for each of you." Okay, she was sounding like Mufasa from The Lion King.
All right.
Love that. "We won't open up," they cried. "You're not our mother. She has a very lovely, delicate voice, and your voice sounds like Mufasa." It just said your voice is gruff. "You're the wolf." So y'all, we gonna pause for the calls real quick. Y'all just gonna tell you just gonna tell him how you knew that he was faking the funk here. You just gonna tell him, "Oh, y'all, you sound all gruff." He gonna just change. He gonna get better at lying. That's why you don't tell people that you know they lying. Anyway, so that's I guess one of the things I observe. You never tell people when you know they lying. Observe it, and then keep that in here. Then the wolf went to the store and brought a big piece of chalk. He ate the chalk and it made his voice smooth like Barry White, but still gruff. Then he went back, knocked on the door, and called out, "Open up, dear children. Your mother is here. She brought something for each one of you." But the wolf put his big, black, dirty paw on the window ledge. The kids saw it and cried out, "We won't open up. Our mother hasn't got black, dusty, dirty feet like you. You're the wolf." Then the wolf went to the baker and said, "I bruised my foot. Coat it with dough." "Sir, you don't want to go to a doctor? I bruised my foot the other day too. I feel like you should go to the doctor, but this is a.
Covered it with dough.
Yeah, I should have got some flour. But this is a wolf, so let's see where he gonna go with this. After the baker had covered his paw with dough, he went to the miller and said, "Sprinkle white powder on my paw." The miller thought, the wolf wants to trick somebody, and refused. Smart man. But the wolf said, "If you won't do it, I'll eat you up." Okay.
Right.
Gang to the wolf. Gang. He about that life. He's like, I'm ready to eat some goat meat. Okay. I need Billy Goat Gruff in my belly. So why don't you go and put some flour on there so I can get these goats to open up the door? Period. The miller was afraid and made his paw white. Yes, that's the way people are. It really does say that right here. Yes, that's the way people are. Don't look at my little scribble notes, y'all. And let me just pause for the cause and tell y'all. Meaning, what they're trying to say is people may know to do the right thing, but if they're threatened, sometimes they'll just do the wrong thing so they won't be impacted by the wrong thing happening to them instead of somebody else. Yes, that is the way people are. Fear will rule you, period. The villain went to the door for the third time, knocked, and said, "Open up, children. Your dear mother has come home, and she's brought something for each of you from the forest." The kids cried out, "First, show us your paw. Then we'll see if you're our dear mother." He put the paw up on the screen. Here, let me do it with him. Boom, it was white. And when they saw it was white, they thought he'd been telling the truth and opened the door. But who should come in? The wolf. They were scared to unaliven and tried to hide. One jumped under the table, the second into the bed, the third into the stove, the fourth into the kitchen, the fifth into the cupboard, the sixth into the wash basin, and the seventh into the grandfather clock. That's a lot of places. Where would y'all hide? Put it in the comment section. Scott, where would you hide?
I would probably leave. Probably
Me
go
too.
home.
That would have been me. I would have ran out a door, a window. I would have left and yeeted into the woods. I would have yeeted into the forest and found my mama and told. But the wolf found them all and made short order of them. One after another, he gobbled them up.
Oh, wow.
He was hungry. He wanted some curry goat. The only one he didn't find was the youngest in the clock. When the wolf had satisfied his greed, he waddled away, laying down under a tree on the green meadow outside, and fell asleep. A little later, the goat came home from the woods. Oh, what a sight met her eyes. Ooh, girl. All them kids gone, girl. You're going to have to start over, baby. The door was wide open. Tables, chairs, and benches were overturned, and the wash basin was smashed to pieces. Blankets and pillows had been torn off the bed. She was gonna have to go to Walmart and buy all this stuff over and call a claim to her insurance, and it was gonna jack it up.
Mm.
Some of that stuff wasn't in the book. Y'all could figure out what parts. She looked for her children, but they were nowhere to be found. She called them by their names, one after another, but no one answered. Lord Jesus, help us. Finally, when she got to the youngest, the thin voice cried out, "Mother dear, I'm in the clock." She brought him out and he told her how the wolf had came and gobbled up all the others. You can imagine how she wept over her poor babies. Finally, still weeping and wailing, she went out and the youngest kid went with her. When they came to the meadow, the wolf was laying there under the tree, snoring so hard the branches trembled. Yeah, girl, you know what happens after you have a big old meal? Get the itis.
Yeah.
She looked at him from all sides and saw that something was jumping and wiggling in his full belly. Oh, Lord, he pregnant.
Mm.
Gracious, she thought. Could my poor children that he gobbled up for his supper still be alive? She sent the kid running home for scissors, needle, and thread. I don't know what them scissors gonna do. I guess maybe he gonna do some arts and crafts.
Maybe.
Because he gonna be bored. He ain't got no brothers and sisters to play with no more, so he got to do arts and crafts. Then she cut the monster's belly open. No sooner than she made the first cut, then a kid stuck his head out. Okay, girl. They were all alive and hadn't even been hurt because in his greed, the monster had swallowed them whole. How happy they all were. They snuggled up to their mother and each hopped around like a tailor at his wedding. When the mother goat said, "Now go find some stones. We're going to fill this godless beast bellies up with them while he's still asleep." So, girl, wait a minute. So you sat there and did a whole hysterectomy on a wolf?
I guess so.
Okay, period. We out here doing hysterectomies on male wolves now. Did y'all know that was possible?
I didn't.
Now you do, period. So the kids picked up stones as fast as they could and stuffed them into the wolf's belly until it was full. Then the mother goat sewed him up so deftly that he didn't notice a thing and didn't even move. He ain't had no epidural. Like how did this man or this beast lay here sleeping and didn't feel scissors going through him, a needle and thread going through, six whole goats falling out of his stomach? Like, how's this happening? Mm, mm. Okay, girl. When the wolf finally got his sleep out, he stood up. The stones made him very thirsty, so he thought he'd go to the well and drink. But when he started to walk and to move from side to side, the stones cluttered and rattled in his belly. Yeah, that's what it's like to be pregnant, sir. That's called pregnancy. It sucks. You get the pregnancy walk, it looks weird. He cried out, "What's rumbling and bumbling around in my belly? I thought I had six little kids, but it's only a lot of stones." And when he came to the well and bent over the water to drink, the heavy stones pulled him in and he drowned.
Oh no.
Sucks to suck, sir. When the seven kids saw that, they came out and cried aloud, "The wolf is unalive! The wolf is unalive!" And they and their mother went dancing around and around the well full of joy. Afterwards, she busted them upside their head for opening the door for strangers.
Yeah.
The end, and they lived all happily ever after.
All right.
Okay, one of those parts never happened. Y'all can figure out what part. I added some in there because we do that here too.
Oh.
Well, that's the end of it, guys. Y'all know how we end these fun things. From the story, what stood out to you guys, or what would you advise any of the characters in this story? Put it in the comment section for you guys. Scott, what you got?
Well, I mean, the wolf could have saved himself some trouble, maybe. When he got denied the first time, he could have tried huffing and puffing to see if he could blow the house down.
He should have got with the wolf from the Three Little Pigs and figured something else out. Yeah. What stood out to me was the baker. Okay, the baker knew the wolf was wrong, but fear made him give up what he didn't want to. So don't let fear rule you. If you know it's wrong, stick to your gun. Don't be no punk. Be like, "Hey, what you up to?" Hold him accountable. Because the baker could have saved them seven kids from, or he could have saved the wolf from having a male hysterectomy, period. Because the kids were fine. Okay, he could have saved them kids a whooping. Period. Did you have anything else, Todd?
That's all I had.
Okay, guys, so we're going to end this. This was a short one. We're going to end this Fairy Tale Friday here. Let's get Oreo Jr. And you guys know, like, we're going to end this, but we'll be back with more Dream Day. We'll be done with this Sunday, guys. Oh my God, I'm so scared. So we're on our last legs of dream date. But anyway, we're gonna end our fairy tale Friday. So with that, guys, I'm gonna bid you guys adieu. As always, we love having you guys come and hang out with us, and hopefully you guys love hanging out, coming over here and hanging out with us. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, check out some other videos, live, shorts, all that fun stuff. Make yourself at home on this channel. It's for the weirdos, the curios, and everybody in between. And with that, we're gonna end this live. So from wherever we are, even when we're floating around in a wolf belly, just waiting to be, to burst into life through the male hysterectomy, to wherever you guys are, peace, love, and happiness. And like I said, we'll be back in like 30 minutes because we got to finish up this crazy lunatic story of dream date. So we'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all.
Bye.